Mr. Davies.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this turns to the flavours part of the bill, and we heard some evidence about this that, if I understand it correctly, and perhaps the ministerial staff can correct me or add some information if they feel it's necessary. The legislative scheme that's set out is to ban flavours in vaping products that are scheduled. So only the flavours that are scheduled are banned. And we heard some testimony about the undesirability of such an approach, particularly given the creativity of the tobacco and nicotine industry. So the purpose of this amendment is to restrict promotions for all flavours that could be appealing to young people rather than those just set out in Schedule 3. Now, this amendment would still permit the sale of flavoured vaping products, but it would prohibit promotions for all flavours that could be appealing to young people. And again, I think that we're all in agreement that all nicotine products, if there's one thing we should all agree on, it's that nicotine products should in no way be made appealing to young people. We all should agree that the tobacco industry is like the zombie of the corporate world. They continue to come, no matter what the regulation, to try to make their products appealing. They will exploit every loophole. They will shade every regulation. And rest assured, nobody in this room should have any doubt that if we don't take every step to close doors in this legislation, that the industry will find ways to try to make their products appealing. I'm the worst kind of non-smoker. I'm a reformed non-smoker. I smoked for 16 years. I've quit for 16 years. And I can tell you, I tried to quit every day for 16 years. It's literally the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And so flavours in here that could be appealing to young people, let's close the door on that, colleagues. Yeah, it might make it more difficult for industry. They may have to make sure that their flavours, that they're flavouring their products for smoking cessation, by the way, because we're not trying to create products, vaping products that are attractive to nicotine users. We're trying to direct these as a smoking cessation tool for current smokers. Schedule 3, if I could refer my colleagues to it, this is what it says now. Here's what's banned. Confectionery, dessert, cannabis, soft drink, and energy drink. Those are the categories. And those are loopholes you can drive a truck through. So what we're doing by not closing the door on this right now is we're letting the industry come up with their sophisticated flavoring. Young people are going to be attracted. Young people are going to start. They're going to get hooked. Some of them are going to move on to tobacco products. By that time, we'll make some legislative changes to the schedule. And by that time, it's too late. A certain number of those Canadians will be hooked and a certain number will die. It says, no person shall display on a vaping product or on its package an indication or illustration, including a brand element, that could cause a person to believe that the product is flavoured if there are reasonable grounds to believe that the indication or illustration could be appealing to young persons. Well, that's what I thought it was, but the difference there, Dr. Elfson, is that that's a regulation that is targeted at the indication or illustration on the package, not the flavouring itself. So my amendment talks about, it refers to Schedule 3, and it talks about actually prohibiting manufacturers from flavouring their products at all with flavours that could be appealing to children. This section talks about how that may be indicated on the package to children. So I would respectfully suggest there's a difference between those two.